Okay, this is Joe Rose Stories. Take one. This is what I plan to do. We're going to tell a story every week. We don't need the glasses, right? We're going to, I'm going to tell a story. I have a lot of stories, a lot of funny shit that happened to me in my life. And I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to croak soon, probably. I like to leave something for my kids and my grandkids. That's a joke. My sperm's in the gutter, my love's in the sink. Guy named Ian Anderson told me that. Not the pitcher from the Braves, just won the World Series. Different than Ian Anderson. He's from England. He's got fish. He makes money by breeding fish and all that. That's his. I don't give a fat rat's ass. So, all right, what's the first story we're going to tell? We're conflicted about which the story I should tell. So we got time. We'll tell all the story. The first story we're going to tell is perfect. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And here's why it's perfect. I'm trying to try and do this within like 5 or 10 minutes. And so here's what happened. I'm like 13, 14 years old. I go on a class trip with my school. Was I in IS-88? I think I was. Maybe. I went to PS 107 in grades 1, 2, then I got skipped to 4. So I was ahead of the crowd. 5. But I think 6th grade, I went to IS-88 for 4 years. Might have been in IS-88. Anyway, we go on a class trip. We're going to tell this fucking story. We go on a class trip to Radio City Music Hall. We get there, it's sold out. Why didn't my teachers reserve ticket? There was no internet. You couldn't punch in a reserve ticket. Whatever. So it's sold out, Radio City. His teacher's like, what are we going to do? We walk around the corner, around the block. What do we see? NBC Studios. We go in NBC Studios, shit like that. And they said, all right, we'll go on a tour. We go on a tour of NBC Studios. The thing I remember most is being in 8H, Studio 8H, a famous studio. Johnny Carson, I think, had just left like a year or two ago, so it's the early 70s. It was before Saturday Night Live, took over 8H. So anyway, we're in these studios. They're showing us all around, everything like that. And so we go into this old-time radio studio, and they're showing us all this little Foley thing, how they make the sound effects and all this crap like that. And we had a little door. They opened up the frame to show you how they made the sound of a door opening and closing. Whatever. They're showing us all this crap. Who walks in? Who's coming by? Joe Garagiola. Joe Garagiola comes by. He's like, how you doing, kids? So Joe Garagiola walks up to me. I have a little long, shaggy hair, much like I do now. And he puts his hand on my head and he said, kid, if I could grow grass like that, I'd be doing Vitalis commercials. That's what Joe Garagiola said. I'll never forget it. Now, I've always loved that guy since. So, and could never forget that. Joe Garagiola was so, and I always liked him. And he was Yogi Berra's best friend. They grew up on the hill in St. Louis. And it was fucking lifelong pals and everything like that. All right, cut to 1999. And it was like, was it a Sunday? I think it was a Sunday. I was living with my friend Freddie. And what Freddie did all day was on the weekend, he's sleeping in the living room, snoring on his old broken down little chair and all this. And I says, I got to get away from this guy. I figure I'm going down my mother's house. She's got cable. I'll watch the Yogi Berra's coming. Yogi Berra Day, Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? I'm a Met fan. I'm not a Yankee fan. But Yogi was a Met, and everybody loves Yogi anyway. Uh-oh. And we need some lighting. Here we go. And so anyway, I go to the train station. I pay my fare. I go in. I call my mother up on the phone, and there's no answer. I forget. One of my sisters took her out for the day or something. I said, look, I paid my fare. I'm on the train now. Might as well go somewhere and do something. So I get on the train. I'm sitting on the train. What am I going to do? Go to HMV, buy some CDs. Like, I do that all the time. What the hell am I going to do? I'm saying, listen, You can go up to the stadium, but like it's too far, all the way to the Bronx. So listen, well, then I was thinking maybe I get on the D train, it's express, and all this stuff. But I want to do that. What do I want to? Do I want to go to Ted's Steakhouse? Have a fucking nice whatever I'm going to do. Then all of a sudden I think, wait a minute, it's Yogi Berra Day at the stadium. Who's Yogi Berra's best friend? Joe Garagiola. I said, I'm going to the fucking game. I go, I get on the fucking D train. Boom. I get up there buying a fucking, what do they call that? Bleachers. I don't even know. I might have sat in the bleachers when I was a kid. My brothers might have brought me there. But I did not have any now. Go to the game. Sit in the bleachers, man. So this is all of a sudden what happens. It starts to rain. It's a rain delay. Oh my God. Shit like that. I go down. I'm thinking maybe I'll look around the stadium. But the thing is, when you're in the bleachers, you're in a contained little area. You can't walk around the whole stadium. I walk from one side to the other side. I'm thinking, I'm going to leave. Fuck this. I look outside. Maybe starting to clear up. I'll hang out. I hung out. I went outside. Game resumes. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Here's the thing. There were these kids sitting in front, not kids, like college guys sitting, they're kids to me, sitting in front of me, like 3 or 4 of them. Like they get up, they start to leave. I said, "You're leaving?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "Don't you know he's pitching a fucking no-hitter?" So this old black guy sitting at the end, they're in the row in front of me, old black guy sitting on the corner seat over there. He turns and he says, he's not just pitching a no-hitter, he's pitching a perfect game. But this guy had one eye. He had one eye. My mother had one eye, but she always wore a glass eye. This guy had an empty eye socket. Fucking eerie and disturbing to look at this guy. I was like, what? But when he said that, these other kids sat down and everything like that. So what the fuck happened? Everybody knows what happened. They were going to pitch a fucking perfect game, right? So I turned to these little kids and I said, hey, not for me. You wouldn't have saw this perfect game. You should at least buy me a beer or something. Did they buy me a beer? No, they didn't buy me a beer and anything like that. But I seen the perfect game. Why did I go there in the first? Joe Garagiola. I always wanted to write to go Joe Garagiola, tell him, thank you for, I saw a perfect game and anything like that. But I never got the chance. I'm sorry I never did. He passed away. I'm very sorry. But I saw a perfect game, pitched by David Cohn, who I met in 2009. The first time I went to the new Yankee Stadium, I met over David Cohn. And I told him I was fucking there. I should have had him sign. I have a new baseball card with David Cohn from that day when they picked him up in that fucking. Yeah. But I saw a perfect game. And I thank Joe Garagiola. I love that guy. I wish I would have got the chance to thank him for that and everything like that. But the thing is, how many people see a perfect game? I saw a perfect game. But I saw a game that was more rare than a perfect game. It only happened like 2 years ago. I went to the game, met my friend Roman there. We're sitting there, we're talking, I hadn't seen him for a while, talking bullshit all game. So it's Noah Syndergaard of the Mets, right? What does he do? Pitches a shutout, 1-0, and the only run is him hitting a fucking home run. That's only happened like 7 or 8 times. Like, it's been 23 perfect games. This is the rare. I was telling Roman, this is the fucking rarest game you'll ever see. This is where Roman was like, nah, I don't think so. He don't know baseball. Like, I know baseball. Anyway, but we were bullshitting so hard the whole fucking game. I didn't even see the game was over. I didn't even realize it because I was talking to him about the old times, Stroniaks and all my friends from fucking Bay Ridge and shit, So that when there was a strike, or not a strike, what this fucking virus shit is, and there was no baseball, I looked it up on MLB TV. I watched the fucking game I was sitting there talking to Roman the whole game, but I didn't know. But I don't think I told the story very well. But this is only part 1. But Joe Garagiola, I love you. Thank you.